EC President Antonio Costa begins official visit to Vietnam.
Iran considers any country that allows the U.S. to use its territory to attack Iran as a hostile entity.
The vibrant spirit of spring is hitting the streets.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news by Nghệ An Press and Broadcasting Agency. I'm Hoàng Yên, and here we go to first step of the show. European Council President Antonio Costa just begins official visit to Vietnam from January 28th to 29th at the invitation of the President Luân Cường.
It is the second official visit to Vietnam by the EU's highest-level leader, following the 2012 visit by then EC President Herman Van Rompuy. Antonio Costa is also among the first senior international leaders to visit Vietnam after the successful conclusion of the 14th National Congress of the Communist Party of Vietnam. The EU ranks 6th among 140 countries and territories investing in Vietnam, with total foreign direct investment reaching $30 billion. Vietnam, for its part, has 98 investment projects in the EU with combined registered capital of $434.88 million. Within the framework of the visit, leaders of the two sides are expected to hold in-depth discussions on concrete and practical cooperation programs, with a view to elevating Vietnam-EU relations to a new stage of development commensurate with the potential and development needs of both sides.
An Iranian commander warned that neighboring states would be treated as hostile if their territory is used for attacks on Iran, as President Masoud Pezeshkian accused Washington of stoking regional instability after a U.S. carrier strike group moved into Middle Eastern waters.
Mr. Mohammad Akbarzadeh, the political deputy of the IRGC naval forces, told the Fars news agency that neighboring countries are our friends, but if their soil, sky, or waters are used against Iran, they will be considered hostile. The U.S. has deployed the USS Abraham Lincoln to Middle Eastern waters amid debate inside Washington over whether to increase pressure on Tehran following its deadly crackdown on nationwide protests earlier this month. Iran has expressed concerns about the U.S. military presence in the region. Iranian media have also highlighted the possibility of retaliatory measures, including a threat to seize the Strait of Hormuz, a key global energy choke point.
On the morning of January 28th, North Korea claimed that it test-fired a renewed large-caliber rocket launcher system under the supervision of leader Kim Jong-un.
According to the Korean Central News Agency on Wednesday, the test took place on January 27th and involved the launch of 4 rockets using what was described as new technology. The rocket struck a target in waters about 358 kilometers from the launch site, as Pyongyang assessed the system's combat effectiveness. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said it detected the missile launches from an area north of Pyongyang at around 3:50 p.m. Following the launches, South Korea's Presidential Office of National Security convened an emergency security meeting with senior military officials. The office strongly condemned the ballistic missile test, calling it a clear violation of United Nations Security Council resolutions.
Upcoming are some updated news.
On the evening of January 28th, a live nationwide broadcast retraced President Ho Chi Minh's historic journey back to Vietnam, celebrating 85 years the day that shaped the nation's path to independence. Entitled Building the Nation with Both Hands, the program commemorates the 85th anniversary of Uncle Ho's return to lead the Vietnamese Revolution on January 28, 1941. The program staged across 4 localities of profound significance in Uncle Ho's life, including Nghệ An, Ho Chi Minh City, Cao Bang, and Ha Noi. Its overarching message highlights the nation's rise from hardship through its own hands and underscores that today, Vietnam can aspire to even greater achievements through the wisdom and inner strength of the new era.
The Department of Medical Services Administration under the Ministry of Health issued an urgent notice in response to the risk of the Nipah virus entering Vietnam. According to the Department of Medical Services Administration, Nipah virus disease is classified as a Group A infectious disease, with reported case fatality rates ranging from 40% to 75%. There is currently no vaccine or specific antiviral treatment available. India reported 5 suspected cases of Nipah virus infection. In response to the risk of Nipah virus disease entering Vietnam, the Department of Medical Services Administration asked healthcare facilities to strengthen inspection and monitoring, and strictly isolate all suspected or confirmed Nipah cases at treatment facilities.
After a tense penalty shootout against host team U19, PVF canned in the final, U19 Song Lam Nang Hae and officially won the 2026 National U19 Championship. This historic victory concludes a convincing journey for the team from Nha An province and ends a 20-year wait for the championship title in the U19 competition. This championship is not only a well-deserved reward for the convincing journey of coach Nguyen Hong Viet and his team, but also holds historical significance for youth football in Nghệ An province. The last time U19 Song Lam Nang An won the National U19 Championship was in 2006.
The Lunar New Year of the Horse 2026 is approaching. At this time, a wide variety of Tết flowers and ornamental trees are being displayed for sale in large quantities across many roads in the province to meet the shopping needs of the people. More in the story today.
Peach blossoms, kumquats trees, ornamental pomelos, and moth orchids remain the top choices for locals during Tết holiday. Along Lenin Boulevard and the Vinh, Qua Lo Boulevard, a massive variety of festive flowers and plants are already on display for sale.
To prepare for this year's Tết, we brought in about 800 pomelo trees, 1,000 peach blossom trees, and 200 kumquats trees. We hope to sell more than we did last year.
Prices for Tết flowers and ornamental trees vary widely this year, offering many options for shoppers. Small pots of peach blossoms, kumquats, and orchids start at around 1 million VND. Meanwhile, larger trees with beautiful shapes range from 5 to 15 million VND.
The prices for Tết flowers and plants are quite reasonable right now. There are so many beautiful styles.
In addition to traditional shapes, many nurseries are introducing new styles and creative designs, combined with decorative accessories to meet consumers' hobbies. There are only 3 weeks left until Tết. I wanted to go flower shopping early to pick out exactly what I like. Generally, the prices are quite stable. According to traders, storms and floods over the past year have significantly affected flower-growing regions, leading to higher care and transportation costs. However, to maintain purchasing power amidst economic challenges, price levels remain relatively stable compared to last year. The Tết flower market is now entering its peak season. Beyond meeting shopping demands, the vibrant trade of flowers and ornamental trees contributes to a joyful atmosphere, signaling that a new spring is just around the corner.
The last story just ended our news today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye for now.